is Avery Webb, and today I will be doing a Pop versus Mentos lab for my Q200 inquiry class. Today I will be testing whether Mentos react better with 7-Up, Coke, or Coke Zero. And I will be doing this by placing 2 Mentos in each bottle, one at a time, and I will use this measuring tape and a slow-mo camera to record which bottle shoots up the highest. Test twice, and I have extra Mentos just in case. And then after I get done testing and recording and reviewing, I'm going to make a data table and decide which one, based on numbers, projected the most foam into the air. Now we're gonna start test one. We're starting our first test with Coke. Okay, we have our 3 feet and our 2 Mentos. Ready, Aubrey? It goes everywhere, so okay, now we're gonna do 7-Up. So we have our 3 feet and our 2 Mentos. I can't get this open. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're going to be doing our Coke Zero. Hold on, straight. Mm-hmm. This one
I'm gonna take a guess and say that hit 10.
Now we are going to be doing round 2 again with Coke, 7-Up, and Coke Zero. I thought nothing was gonna happen.
That was so good. It was so good.
Now we're going to do our 7-Up for the second time. Okay, so now we have our final round, which is Coca-Cola. That one went really hard. That one went really hard. So for my project, I did Mentos versus Pop, which my pops I used were regular Coke, 7-Up, and Coke Zero. I conducted this experiment by dropping 2 Mentos into Coke bottles and 7-Up bottles that were this big, which is 12 fluid ounces. And I found that the Coke Zero, when the Mentos were dropped in, the Coke Zero gave the biggest splash. My hypothesis was that the Coke Zero would react and give a bigger splash because I've watched some videos of people doing it with Diet Coke, so I felt like it would do the same with the Coke Zero. And I came to this conclusion by noticing that each time of the 2 trials, the Coke Zero had the biggest splash. It went up the highest with the foam. Okay, stop. Some factors that could have skewed my results were the Coke and 7-Up bottles were not cold or refrigerated. They were just stored in my pantry, so they were at pretty room temperature. And some of the Mentos were also broken, so I had to go through and get different Mentos, so that could have skewed the results. And also, I didn't have a meter stick, so I had to use this really flimsy tape measure. Some ways I could have improved this study is by doing the test more than twice. I could have done it 3 or 4 times, just kind of get a better average, but I didn't have the resources for that because we're in quarantine, so I could only do it twice. And I could have also done it in a place that was less windy because I feel like the wind kind of might have had a impact on the results. And I also could have refrigerated the pops because that could have also had an impact on the carbonation. Inquiry project because I had pop laying around the house and I thought, what better way and to use my resources since I can't go out because of quarantine. And some struggles that I had along the way, we obviously didn't have a meter stick, so this was kind of difficult. And I also had to recruit my boyfriend who was filming and my sister who helped film and also helped with the measurements because I couldn't really do this on my own and also record and hold and drop the Mentos in, so that was kind of a struggle, and definitely doing it with a group would be a lot better. But I think I did a pretty good job of filming and getting everything filmed, and I also did it in a good location because the pop obviously spilled everywhere, but we did it outside, so it's gonna get cleaned up very easily. And one thing that I would change about my project is the types of pop that I used. I would have rather used Diet Coke than Coke Zero, but this is all we had. And then I think it would have been cooler to try it with something that wasn't Coke and have 2 Coke products because it's kind of the same.
So after completing my project and going inside and doing a little bit of research, I found a website called eepybird.com, which stated that Coke Zero had more carbonation and just like a little bit more than regular Coke. And they have more artificial sweeteners, which causes the Coke Zero and the Diet Coke to have a larger reaction. And then I found another website called mentalfloss.com that said that because the Diet Coke and Coke Zero have less aspartame, it causes the surface tension to lower, which causes a bigger splash. So
I I've learned that if you can use your resources that you have around you and make it into anything. And I would also use this project in my classroom, but obviously outside because it creates a mess, just to show like the children that like Mentos can affect pop, and then try to help them figure out like why this happens. And I think it'd also just be fun for them to watch it come out of the bottle, because I mean, who doesn't love watching like volcanoes and stuff? So yeah. Nugget, he has one eye.
4.
Sadie.
Okay, I just ate three Mentos, and I'm gonna drink this Diet Coke now because I want to see what's gonna happen. Update, nothing happened. Bye. Bye.